I've been raising chickens since 2020, and one thing I've found is that they absolutely love fermented feed. Today I'll show you how I portion and store fermented chicken feed, making it easy to manage daily feeding. For this process you'll need a preparation area, plastic seedling trays approximately 35 centimeters wide or equivalent, cut flywire mesh to fit inside the base of each seedling tray, homemade galvanized wire mesh tray covers 12.7mm or 0.5 inch wire, disposable plastic trays with holes in the bottom, fermented chicken feed containers 600ml each, a fine sieve or strainer, a plastic container around 4 or 5 litres, a tablespoon optional, and heavy duty carry tray or basket optional. I head over to the greenhouse cupboard and open the doors. Inside, I take out a heavy-duty carry tray along with my fermented chicken feed containers, which have been fermenting for at least a day. There are 14 containers in total. I close the cupboard door securely to keep the chickens out and carry everything over to the preparation area. You might notice my brown rooster Newsummer nearby. He always seems to show up when food is involved. At the preparation area, I place the tray on top of a bucket for easy access. Here's an overhead view of my setup. This preparation area is actually a wooden cover over an old plastic sink that my husband modified into a storage space. Inside, I keep containers, trays and tools for preparing feed. I take out 8 black seedling trays, some reusable plastic food trays with holes. I like reusing these trays. Just drill small holes in the bottom for drainage. A fine sieve and a 4 or 5 litre plastic container. On the work surface, I lay out my homemade galvanized wire mesh covers. These help protect the feed from chickens and rodents. I organise the trays by pairing 2 trays with 1 mesh cover underneath. I repeat this until I have 4 sets, 8 trays total, and set them aside neatly. I place the sieve in an empty container next to the trays. Taking the first fermented feed container, I open it and pour the contents into the sieve and separate the feed from the liquid. I tap and rinse the container to extract as much feed as possible. The sieve catches the feed while the liquid drains into the container below. Each tray has a cut piece of flywire mesh at the bottom to prevent small particles from falling through. I pour the strained feed into the first tray. Then I repeat the same process with the second container. Strain, rinse and collect as much feed as possible. I spread the feed evenly across the tray using my hands. Each fermenting feed container originally held about 180 grams of dry feed, but after fermenting it has nearly doubled in size. One container fills one tray. I stacked the second tray on top and filled that with the next portion, spreading it evenly again. You can use a spoon if you prefer, but I'm just using my hands here. Just be sure to wash them afterwards. Once both trays are filled, I place a mesh cover on top and move them aside. I repeat this same process for the remaining containers, straining, spreading, stacking and covering trays. At the end of straining 8 containers, I have multiple stacked tray sets ready. For the remaining containers, I switched to smaller disposable trays with drainage holes. I placed 4 trays on a mesh base and spread one container of feed evenly across them. These are stacked, then covered with a solid tray on top. I repeat the same process for the next container using another set of trays. I bring the prepared trays to the greenhouse cupboard. Each set is placed on the bottom shelf. To protect the feed, I add a second mesh cover on top, slightly offset to reduce gaps and prevent rodents from getting in. I place all tray sets inside one by one. I add a weighted cover on top to hold everything in place, but this is optional. The feed is now portioned and ready to use over several days. Once everything is stored, I securely close the cupboard doors. Just remember to keep the feed trays moist by watering daily so it doesn't dry out. When the supply runs low, the cycle begins again, starting with weighing and fermenting the feed. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps support the channel. You can also check out other videos on preparing summer and winter chicken feeds, as well as a full guide on fermenting chicken feed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Jubilant Chicken Raising.